Got my scan up. Today I'm going to tell a story that talks about one of our social dances. Now, this goes back to a time when uncles, uncles used to take their nephews out into the woods, and during a certain point in their lives, they would go and have what is known as a vision quest. So they would go on this adventure where they would be kind of supervised by their uncles, and they would be preparing them for this time. And it's a time when they can go from being boys to men. And during that time, they may learn about themselves or learn about things in our surroundings or spiritually to help them throughout their lives, to help them also for the people. So this story is about an uncle and a young boy, young man, and he took his nephew. He was very happy to take his nephew out into the on this adventure, on this quest. So he took him out in the woods, and he had to leave his nephew there to be alone. And during this time, these young boys would fast, so they wouldn't eat anything. So the story goes that this young boy was left. He built himself a shelter, a lean-to, so that he could be comfortable and sleep there. And the uncle would come back and check on him every day. So to see if he had had his vision or had his dream or seen something that will help him. So first day and night went by. The uncle went and saw the nephew and, checked in with him. And the nephew, replied. He says, nephew, have you seen anything, or has anything happened? And the nephew said, no, not yet. He said, so the uncle left and came back the next day. So when he comes back the next day, this time he notices his nephew's a little bit weaker, he's doing what he's supposed to, he's not eating anything, he's on this fast. So it happens that another night and day goes by. So the uncle comes back again. Still nothing. This time he's beginning to be a little concerned and thinking, well, maybe he's not ready. Maybe it's not time for him to go through this. But anyways, the next day comes again. And this time the nephew is really weak and just laying down in that shelter. And the uncle feels bad. And the nephew begins to worry. He's been getting worried. Maybe don't know what's going to happen. So it happens that he begs his uncle, don't take me back. Let me stay. Let me try some more. And he noticed that his nephew had taken off his shirt. And what he did was he put, using plants, he colored his chest area red. And he was just laying there, poor. And again, the uncle says, okay, nephew, one more day, one more night. He says, and if nothing happens, then maybe you're just not ready. Maybe we'll try again. But only one more night. So that night goes by. Early the next morning, the uncle goes back. And when he goes to that little lean-to, he notices a huge bird. Well, this big bird. And what it was a huge, what we call in Seneca, joyag. So he notices this huge robin. That this huge red-breasted robin is sitting on the lodgepole of that lean-to and speaks to the uncle. And he tells him, he says, Uncle, this is your nephew. And he says, this is what I'm supposed to do. And he tells him that he, from now on, is going to be a symbol of springtime. And that when the weather starts to change, when winter starts to leave, and it gets warmer out, that he'll come back and he'll sing his song. And when he sings his song, that the people will know and can be happy because springtime is back. So that's an old story about where this robin songs or robin dance come from. And again, it shows and tells of the relationship that the people have with our surroundings, with things like birds and animals. Ona and Garanoda Joyaigoino. I'm going to sing some robin dance songs. And, you know, going to use a rattle, sing it. And the beginning, the introduction to this is easy. It just goes like this. It goes, yo ha ya, yo hawe, yo hawe, hey yo hawe. And it repeats that. Yo hawe, yo hawe, yo hawe, hey yo hawe. So if you want to, grab your rattle, can sing along. Here's the introduction. Hiya, hiya, yo have, yo have, hey, yo have, yo have, yo have, yo have, hey, yo have, yo ha, ya, yo have, yo have, hey, yo have, yo have, yo have, yo have, hey, yo have, yo ha, ya, yo have, yo have, hey, yo have, yo have, yo have, yo have, hey, yo have, yo ha, ya, yo have, yo have, hey, yo have, yo have, yo have, yo have, hey, yo have, yo have. Next song. Yo ho, yo ha, we ne, yo ha, we ne. Keeps repeating. Yo ha, yo ha, we ne, yo ha, we ne. Yo ha, yo ha, we ne, yo ha, we ne. Yo ha, we ne, yo ha, we ne. Yo ha, we ne, yo ha, we ne. Yo ha, yo ha, we ne, yo ha, we ne. Yo ha, we ne, yo ha, we ne. Yo ha, we ne, yo ha, we ne. Yo ha, yo ha, we ne, yo ha, we ne. Yo ha, we ne, yo ha, we ne. Yo ha, we ne, yo ha, we ne, yo ha. Now the way the song and the dance go is, you'll notice that it starts off with a beat like this. Then it has a dancing beat that goes along like this. And really, the dancers are just doing a side step, going along sideways like that. In the middle, you'll hear it go like this again. That's when you turn around. So the dancers start facing the middle, go around, turn around, face outside. Hear that again? Face the middle. Now we're going to put some in with a little bit trickier beat. Ha-ya, ha-ya, ha-veganania, ho, ha-veganania, ya-ha, nandia, ya-ha, ya, ha-veganania, ho, ha-veganania, ya-ha, nandia, ya-ha, nandia, ya-ha, nandia, ya-ha, ya, ha-veganania, ho, ha-veganania, ya ha, down ya ha, ya ha, down ya ha, ya ha, down ya ha, ya, begging on ya, ho, begging on ya, ya, down ya, ya, down ya, ya, down ya, ya. Did you hear that beat? A little bit different. Kind of mixed in there. Hayo ha you ne we yo ya ne we yo ya ne we yo ya ha you ne we yo ya ne we yo ya ne we yo ya ne we yo ya ne we yo yo ho you ne we yo ya ne we yo ya ne we yo ya ne we yo ya ne we yo yo ho you ne we yo ya ne we yo ya ne we yo ya ne we yo ya ne we yo yo ho. One more. A lot of singers maybe use this one as an ending song for this, and it has that kind of beat to it. Hi-yo, ho, ya, hey, now, yo, ya, hey, now, yo, no, hey, ya, yo, hey, ya, hey, yo, ho, ya, hey, now, yo, ya, hey, now, yo, no, hey, ya, yo, hey, ya, hey, now, yo, hey, now, yo, no, hey, ya, yo, hey, hey, yo, ho, ya, hey, now, yo, ya, hey, now, yo, no, hey, ya, yo, hey, hey, now, yo, hey, now, yo, no, hey, yo, hey, hey, yo, ho, ya, hey, now, yo, ya, hey, now, yo, no, hey, yo, hey, hey, now, yo, hey, now, yo, no, hey, yo, hey, hey, yo, ho. How'd you go eat?